Hey guys, here I am with your market update for May of 2025. We're about halfway into June, so this is really interesting information to look at. Okay, so the number of closed sales that we are seeing from 24 to 25 is the number that I think is the most interesting because it has not changed. For example, in Mansfield, last year in 2024 in May, we had 107 closed sales. In 2025 in May, we had 108. Literally a difference of one house. So why that's interesting is because the number that has changed significantly is the number of available listings, okay? So we've been talking about how our inventory is growing. We've been talking about how days on market is going up. And that is exactly what's happening. We have the same number of closed sales, but we have more homes available to buy. So you do the math on that. That means that some listings are going to sit longer. Like for example, again, I'll say in Mansfield, we had 400 active listings at this time last year, or in May of last year. And in 25, we had 427. So it didn't increase by a ton, but it did increase by 27 homes. And the number of closed sales only increased by one home. So that also means in Mansfield, the days on market went from 59 to 89 as an average, okay? The price went up. We went up from $495 to $516. These numbers are all available for Arlington, Burleson, Midlothian, Fort Worth, and Grand Prairie. If you look, if you click and look at all the information that we have here, I'm just using Mansfield as an example. But what I really want you to take away from this is higher inventory and higher days on market is not necessarily a bad thing. It means buyers have a little bit more to choose from, but it does mean that sellers cannot just kind of throw their house on the market. They need to have someone who knows what they're doing tell them what improvements need to be made. Do we need to paint a few walls? Or is it good the way it is? Can we just come in and do photography? So you've got to make sure that you're working with someone who has a strategy, who knows what's going to sell, because there are so many other options to look at now. Your house needs to stand out. So all good news, prices going up, the market is a little bit more level than it was. And one thing I will say, I've told a few people recently, to a certain extent, there is no rhyme or reason sometimes to what sells in 3 days and what takes 30 days. It's kind of the same old story of you just have to wait for the right buyer to walk through the door. And sometimes that happens on day 3, and sometimes it happens on day 33. But at the end of the day, if you position your house right with great photos, with staged well, and at the right price, it should sell fairly quickly. So if you have questions specifically about your house or anything else related to real estate and how we can help you, please don't hesitate to reach out. It would be our honor and privilege to serve you. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching.